What is up, guys? Welcome back. This weekend we're working on Craig's engine, so we're wrapping up Craig's engine. The last video we couldn't really get everything done because it just took a ton of time to get it done. So anyways, I did a lot of it off camera. So the wire harness came back in, we did the timing cover, so you're gonna see just little clips of that on this video. And then we just kind of buttoned everything up. So this is what the final product is. But before we jump into the final reveal, let's go show you what's going on with the timing cover, what we did. Also, I'm going to talk about the oil cooler seal because I did replace that on this engine, and I replaced it on the 93 engine as well because that was leaking. So you'll see a little bit of that. So we're going to jump right into that, and we're going to come back, show you what's going on with the Craig's engine. It's ready to go in and wrap us up. Quick video as we were tearing apart the Gen5 3S GT again. So you'll see on the build for Craig, on that engine, I had mentioned that the oil cooler block off plate on the 93, which is this engine here, was leaking. I believe it was leaking because I had oil collecting basically down here. So right at the bottom down here, right about there, oil was collecting. And the only place I saw where it could be coming from, let me get some light, is below that oil block off plate, because unless the block is damaged, which I don't think so, you know, that's the only probable place it could come from. So essentially what you got here is, you know, this is the only seal I did not change when we're doing this build. And you got this huge 24mm nut, has a little washer right there. You basically pull that guy and then this plate, there's that O-ring that sits inside there. So I'm thinking this is what was leaking. So I'm gonna replace this and fire it up, and hopefully it should work. Now to get to this, it's a fairly easy job to do it inside the car. You gotta get the intercooler pipes out. So intercooler pipe, gotta take both intercooler pipes out. And I took the heat shield off just to get better access, and I took the O2 sensor out to get better access with my 24mm socket to pull this thing. So I don't see much thing documented online or on YouTube, so hopefully this helps somebody out if you got a Gen 5. But definitely replace that seal while you have the engine out. And as you can see here, here's an engine on the stand. This is actually the old seal. So if you just pull this bolt right here, you just replace the seal in the back, tighten it up. Now, it's debatable. A lot of guys say 58 foot-pounds for that bolt. Still think it's way too much. It's definitely, that's what it says in the BGB, but that's for a Gen 2 3S GTE, which has an oil cooler. So I guess, you know, the block can take it for sure. The bolt, I'm not sure. So I went 44 foot-pounds. So I kind of drew it in the middle somewhere, which I feel is plenty strong. So, you know, up to you guys what you want to do. Like I said, manual suggests 58 foot-pounds. I went 44. And again, it's just a random number. I just pulled it in the middle. Figure it's not too low, it's not too high. And I'm going to put it in and see, hopefully it doesn't leak. But that's it. And then the part number is right here. So there you have it. That's the Toyota part number if you want to get one for your Gen 5 3S GTE. New seal is in place. So there you go. There are these little tabs. And you can kind of tell where it came off. So I just lined them up exactly. So we're just going to put this back down here. Goes back over here. Put the bolt through and tighten this thing down. It should be good. It's kind of hard to see, but basically it's going right over there. And we're going to put the bolt through and tighten it up. Hopefully that was informative for all you guys with the Gen 5 and wanting to do this oil cooler block off plate seal. Again, it's nothing really hard, but you know, make sure you go ahead and change that. So that's just a tip. But anyways, here's Craig's engine ready to go. So, I mean, the engine's pretty much done. We're just going to get the tranny put on and put this thing in the car. So the wire harness came back from Doug at Wire Gap, and I just want to zoom in on this area because I want to show you guys what happened. So here is the lift or the bracket to raise the engine out to the car, and you have to space this. So if you look right here, this looks all OEM, so you're probably not going to tell it's not factory, but this piece is how much I spaced it out to get this bracket to fit the clearance from the timing cover right here. So you can use back this bracket, but you're gonna have to do spacers right here. Now, here's a little tip. So we had cut off, we spoke about this on the last video where for the AC compressor idler bracket, you had to cut it. So I cut it literally right here. And then there was a piece that went into here, which would not fit. So what I did was this piece that I cut off, I basically cut it in two, and that's what you're seeing right here. These are the spacers I used. So it's a good way to modify this AC compressor bracket, use a piece that he cut off to basically use for spacers right here. And I mean, I know in person this looks really good. Like you can tell that that wasn't from factory. Hopefully when you guys are seeing that on camera, you can appreciate it as much as I can appreciate it here. But that's what happened basically as we were leading up on the last video, how we have to modify this bracket right here. So these two were modified. We got the harness in. I kind of played around with some brackets, you know, so I put this bracket right here. I don't know where I got these brackets from, but they're off of the engine. And we just kind of played with them. So we have this plugs in here, which goes down to the crank position sensor. This is gonna be for the O2 sensor. So this goes right here. And then we have these two, which I'm gonna wrap in conduit. And then we're basically gonna put a plug on here to go to the intercooler fan once we get it installed in the car. So again, everything nice, clean look. The harness came in. Again, as always, Wire Gap does an excellent job doing these harnesses. Everything just plugs right up. So as you can see, my harness is in. Everything was painted. Throttle body, intake manifold, valve cover, you know, the water neck that was modified and painted as well. Heat shield got polished up, turbo got painted. We put the intake in the right orientation, so it's supposed to be like this. And I kind of wrapped all the hoses. So water neck hoses, this will go to your overflow tank for the radiator or the coolant. This is going to go to our charcoal canister. This is a vacuum line for the charcoal canister. This goes to your starter once you get the tranny in. And all the harnesses just kind of wrapped up. So there's a real tidy look. Hopefully Craig appreciates this. You know, a lot of time went into it. This is what it really needs to look like when you're wrapping up one of these engines to drop it in your car. So this is as good as it gets in terms of turnkey, ready to drop into your vehicle and move ahead. So I'm just gonna spin this around. Let's see. I'm kind of proud of this guy right here. It's kind of goofy, but I like it. And you guys don't know why I like it. So there's our signature Bytenance engine. So Craig, you got the first branded Bytenance engine that's released. So hope you like it. Alternator bracket painted. So everything was just painted, guys. So this is what the final product is. So we went through 2 videos and I didn't want to just have the video and not have you guys see the final product. So basically this is it. It's done. It's ready to go. We just gotta get Craig ready to drop the engine and do his thing, and we're good to go. One more Gen 5 MR2 recovered and back on the road. So this will end basically the series for the engine build-up for Craig's car. Once we get into the swap, we'll do some more videos on that. We'll keep everybody entertained, keep me entertained, because I love doing this stuff. But what's coming up next, right here. So these are some H&R springs. I literally just picked these up. They're obviously in used condition, but I'm gonna throw what I call my magic on it and make these kind of look sharp again, look new again. So you'll see a video with me trying to get these things restored. So H&R springs, and this is going on the 91. So we're gonna get the 91 slammed out. Hopefully riding a little bit better, because the factory suspension, it's not that great. But yeah, that's what's coming up. So more content heading your way. And before I close it out, thank you guys. We did get to 500 subscribers. I was hoping to get to 500 for the end of February. We actually got there on March 2nd. So, hey, 2 days short, but 500 subscribers. So we're growing. We're growing slowly, but we're growing. So please tell your friends about us. Hopefully you like the content. And if you think we can do something better, let us know. That's why the comment section is there. Listen, we're trying to do this thing, and we can't do it by ourselves without the feedback from the community. So if you can share with us what your ideas are, what you think we can do better, then let us know. And we'll just continue doing these MR2s and evolving the channel as it needs to evolve. So thank you so much. Have another great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.